Hello students, once again in the physics online lectures. So in today's lectures we will discuss classical ideal gas. If you just remind, I have calculated the entropy for the monoatomic ideal gas by using the statistical approach. So in this lecture, in that lecture you have just seen that we have discussed all the properties of the monoatomic classical ideal gas, like equation of state and what are the you just see what is the internal energy. So in this lecture we will discuss the properties of the classical ideal gas. We will also show you here also the equation of state and what is the energy, as we have earlier shown to you in the discussion of the entropy of monoatomic ideal gas. But that was the statistical approach. Now in this one we are utilizing the partition function, or you can just say canonical, with the help of the canonical ensemble. So we discuss here the classical ideal gas. Now for this one we are considering here an ideal gas consisting of n non-interacting molecules confined in a, suppose this is the volume V at temperature T. We are saying that we have a classical ideal gas consisting of n non-interacting molecules which are confined in a volume V at a temperature T. Now in this case you have just seen that there is the Hamiltonian. Hamiltonian is the representation of the energy, and I have already shown you the representation of Hamiltonian is, this is the sum of the kinetic plus potential T plus V here. So in this case interacting here the molecules are non-interacting, so we are not here to taking into consideration this potential term. We have just only the you can just say kinetic energy, and this can be given as, this is here summation I is equals to 1 to n pi square upon 2m. So we have here first thing in dealing these cases we have to consider, first thing we will have to, on all the cases you will just see, first thing what we will do, we will calculate energy. In this case also you will just see that what we have, first we have the energy term, because we just see the partition function. Partition function you will just remind that any of the system is said to be canonical ensemble. If you just remind, this was e to the power minus beta times of this h of this qp. What is here? Hamiltonian. And this is the condition for the canonical ensemble, because the probability distribution function is proportional to e to the power minus beta h times of this qp. So this is the leading result for the canonical ensemble. If you just remind in our previous lecture, which is statistical distribution function on the basis of Liouville's theorem, I have earlier explained this phenomena. So we can generalize canonical ensembles on the basis of this Liouville's theorem and on the density distribution function in this case. And you will just remind that rho was 0 for the microcanonical one. That's why it is known to be, the microcanonical is known to be the stationary ensemble, and the canonical ensemble having dependency of this type, exponential to the power minus beta h qp, and this is the for canonical ensemble. So now in this case we are approaching here the now semi-classical partition function. Now for this case we have the partition function on n number of the particles. Here it is 1 upon factorial n, particles are indistinguishable. So in this case 1 upon h cube, this is here e to the power minus beta p square upon 2m d cube q d cube p. This you are aware of the fact that this is for the position, this is for the momentum, and we have generalized for the n number of the particles here. Now in this can be also represented as 1 upon factorial n, 1 upon h to the power 3n, it is coming outside, and inside the bracket it is here e to the power minus beta, and what is here, this is here summation I, we have n number of particles, and the summation is ranging from I equals to 1 to n pi square upon 2m d cube q1 d cube, this is pi, and so on d cube qn d cube pn, and raised to the power, this is here and here. So if you just solve it, it is here partition function is 1 upon factorial n, 1 upon h to the power 3n, it is here integral of this d cube q1 d cube q2 d cube q3 and so on, because we have n number of the particles d cube qn. In multiplication with this one, it is here the factors e to the power minus beta summation I equals to 1 pi square upon 2m upon upon 2m, it is here d cube p1 and so on, it is d cube pn here, and number of the particles are here, and raised to the power n here. So in this case you will just see this, this is the, because we are all assuming that the particle is confined in a volume V. So for the this dx dy dz, you will just consider this is, we can write here v to the power n here, and it is 1 upon factorial n. This term is v to the power n upon s to the power 3. Now we are left with this inside the box. This is integral e to the power minus beta times of this p square upon 2m d cube p raised to the power n here. Now for solving this integral, we have to consider spherical polar coordinates here. Spherical polar coordinates we will take into consideration. In some of the books it is mentioned as well, and we know that here this you will consider, this is 1 upon factorial n v to the power n upon s to the power 3n. Here this ranges 0 to infinity. This is for the, you can just see that this is for the dp, 0 to pi, this is for this theta, and 0 to 2 pi for this phi. You are aware of the fact that like this r ranges from 0 to infinity, theta ranges from, limits are 0 to pi, and this phi have the limits 0 to 2 pi here in the spherical polar coordinate. Like this, we have this e to power minus beta p square upon 2m times of this, like we just write r square sine theta d theta d phi dr. So in this case you can just write p square sine theta d theta d phi dp raised to the power n here. If we just solve it, you can have, it will be remain as such 1 upon factorial n v to the power n upon s to the power 3n, and inside the box it is 0 to infinity. It is here e to the power exponential to the power minus beta. This is p square upon 2m. It will be remain as such, and p square here, this is dp. Now I have earlier told you limits we will apply on the sine theta d theta, and it ranges the 0 to pi here. Similarly for this d phi term we have the, this is 0 to 2 pi raised to the power n. If you just solve it, you will just get 0 to pi value, it comes out to be 2 here, and this 0 to 2 pi d phi, it is 2 pi here. So if you just have, this will come out to be 4 pi. That's why I have written here it is 4 pi. It is clear to you? Now we have to solve this integral 0 to infinity. This is e to power minus beta p square upon 2m times of this p square dp raised to the power n. Now for solving this integral, you have to consider some of the standard integral. Now I have written here a standard integral which is very useful for calculating when you are having some such problems in some of the standard. So it is standard integral which is written in terms of the gamma functions. What is that? I will just show you. It is here 0 to infinity x to the power n e to power minus alpha x square dx. It's have the value 1 upon 2. This is alpha to the power n plus 1 upon 2, and it is here gamma n plus 1 upon 2 here. Now if you just see that the equation is same as such. Here if you just consider x to be p here, then what is n here? It is 2 here. And what is here? Alpha x square. I have just shown you x is represented by p. Then it is here p square. This alpha is beta upon 2m. So if you just compare these two equations, exponential to the power minus alpha s square, we have here alpha is represented by this beta upon 2m here. If you just show this, if you just see here, then it is the same. With alpha is beta upon 2m. This is the same. And what is here? 1 upon, standard integral have the value 1 upon 2 alpha n plus half 1 upon 2 here gamma n plus 1 upon 2. By utilizing this standard integral, if you solve it, I have written here, this term will remain as such. It is the same here. We are just left with, it is 4 pi. 4 pi also going to here. Now in this term 1 upon 2, what is alpha hour? It is beta upon 2m. What is here? Beta upon 2m alpha. What is here? N plus 1 upon. What is n here? 2 plus 1 upon. Means it is 3 upon 2 here. Gamma n plus 1 upon 2 is, this is again 3 by 2 here raised to the power n. So it is clear to you from where I am writing this one? By utilizing this standard integral. It is will be much more clear to you. If you just remember it, it will be very useful for future as well, because this type of a standard integral are never easier to solve so easily. If you just remember this, it is much more easier to solve and apply the particular standard integral in the standard questions you should have in future. So in this case, again, this is the same. It will the result. And what is here? 4 pi. This is the simple mathematics you have. 1 upon 2 times of this 2m upon beta to the raised to the power 3 by 2. And now one thing, this is the property of the gamma function. You know that gamma 1 by 2 is root pi, and this gamma 3 by 2 have the values. This is 1 upon 2 root of pi, because it is here this gamma 3 by 2 is 1 upon 2 root of pi here. With, you have to just remember gamma 1 by 2. It is what here? Gamma 1 by 2 is this root pi. So if you just solve it, you are just left with the result 1 upon factorial n. This will remain as such, v to the power n upon s to the power 3n. And if you just solve it, it is 2 pi m kt raised to the power 3 by 2, and whole power is n here. So if you just again, if we just take inside this h term, it will be h square v n upon factorial n here, 2 pi m kt upon h square raised to power 3 by 2, whole power is n here. Now in this case, you can just also have this v to raised to the power n upon factorial n 2 pi m this kt upon h square raised to the power 3n upon 2. Now in this term, this is of much more significance here. This term is much more important, because if you just remind it, this is what it is here, the de Broglie wavelength. What is here? Mean thermal de Broglie wavelength. And what is the value? This is lambda is h upon this root 2 pi m kt here. That's why I have represented this term by simply q n vt is 1 upon factorial n vt raised to the power n upon lambda to the power 3n. Why lambda is coming from here? Because of this term here. And what is here? If you just remember, it is lambda. That's why I have written it is 1 upon factorial n v raised to the power n upon lambda to the power 3n here. Now in this consequence, if you just know the partition function, as you have calculated the partition function, it was coming out to be, if you just remind the partition function, qn was 1 upon factorial n v to the power n upon lambda raised to the power 3n. So if you just see this, we have earlier discussed that there is a definite relationship between this partition function and this Helmholtz free energy. What is that? A, this is equals to minus kt, this is ln of qn vt. This is the partition function. For the classical ideal gas, we have calculated in this one. And if you just calculate the value of this ln qn vt, because it is going to be utilized here, we have are aware of this qn vt. Now if you just calculate qn vt, this is ln of this v upon h square upon 2 pi m kt raised to the power 3 by 2 raised to the power n minus this is ln n factorial. So we will have this minus kt times of this ln of v upon this is h square upon 2 pi m kt raised to the power 3 by 2, whole power is n minus ln of n factorial. If you just remind this factor, what is here? It is the same as we have discussed in some of the cases. This is Stirling approximation. What is Stirling approximation? If you just consider it, it is ln of x factorial is what? It is x ln of x minus x here. It is the Stirling approximation. We have also discussed in some of the previous lectures. Now you will utilize here. If you just utilize here, what is the value? This minus n ln of n plus n. By utilizing the log properties, we are having, if you just expand this term, it is here minus nkt, because n is coming outside, we will have minus nkt ln of b plus this nkt ln of this h square upon 2 pi m kt raised to the power 3 by 2. This is here plus, because outside it is minus, it will make here plus nkt ln of n minus nkt. Now in this case, this term we can just write utilizing log m minus log n, you can just write log m upon n. This is here m upon n, you are aware of this, log of m minus log of n here. So utilizing this one, we are just writing here, this is here nkt ln of this n upon v here. In this h square upon 2 pi m kt raised to power 3 by 2 minus 1, because nkt is common, that's why it is here minus 1. So this is the Helmholtz free energy, and this can be calculated when we are aware of this partition function when either we have calculated the partition function for the system. So this is the proper Helmholtz free energy for the system. Now in this case, we are going to discuss here pressure. What is the pressure? It is minus del A upon, in terms of this Helmholtz free energy. Because we are aware of this Helmholtz free energy, then this pressure is minus of del A upon del V. And what is the parameter fixed here? Number of particles and this temperature. If we just calculate it, it is here. We have this Helmholtz free energy. What we will have to do? We have to partial derivative of this volume of this A here. We have to partial differentiate with respect to B here. What factor of this A here? We will have minus of nkt. This is here ln x. You know that d upon dx of ln x. It is 1 upon x. If x is some term, so in this case minus nkt here 1 upon this we are discussing 1 upon n upon v times of this h square upon 2 pi mkt raised to the power 3 by 2, and this is here because we have to del over del v. What is the term here? N upon b. So we can have this minus n upon v square, and what is in this factor? It is h square upon 2 pi mkt, and if just see this term is going to be cancelled, and we are left with nkt times of this v upon n times of this n upon v square. So if you just solve it, it is coming out to be p is equals to nkt upon v, or you can just simply see that you can just simply see that this is Pb equals to nkt. What is it? It is the equation of state for an ideal gas. We have also derived this result in the entropy of monoatomic ideal gas. This is the case of the classical ideal gas, and you are aware of the fact that for the classical ideal gas, the equation of state is this Pb equals to nkt. So we are leading to the equation of state having this relation Pb equals to nkt. So in this case, we have in this consequence, we have earlier discussed the pressure, and we have derived the equation of state. Now in this case, chemical potential. Chemical potential is what? Del A over del N. With respect to parameters, V and T is constant here. Then it is here, if you just solve it with respect to N, you are just left with the result KT times of this Ln of this N upon B H square upon 2 pi mkt raised to the power 3 by 2. So we have entropy here. Entropy is the simply definition in terms of this Helmholtz energy. It is written as S equals to minus del upon del T with the parameters number of particles and volume is fixed. We are aware of the fact that we have this Helmholtz free energy. It is given by nkt times of this ln of. We have this values of this Helmholtz free energy. We have this values of Helmholtz free energy. A equals to nkt ln of this n upon v h square upon 2 pi mkt raised to the power 3 by 2 minus nkt. So we will have, by utilizing taking the derivative with respect to t of this Helmholtz free energy, we are just left with the result, which is for the entropy for the classical ideal gas. It is here nk ln of this v upon n times of this h square upon 2 pi mkt raised to the power 3 by 2 plus this 5 by 2. So this is the entropy for the, you can just say that, for the classical ideal gas. In this consequence, we have internal energy. So in calculating the entropy of monoatomic ideal gas, we have seen that what is the energy for the classical ideal gas? It is 3 by 2 nkt. We will also try to show here what is the energy for this classical ideal gas. By utilizing this, we have this internal energy. This is here del over del beta times of this beta A, or you can just write A upon kt here. So you know that this beta is 1 upon kt, del beta we can just write here minus 1 upon k. You can just see beta is 1 upon kt, del beta is, this is minus 1 upon k times of del t upon t square. So simply we will just substitute the value of del beta in terms of this one, and we are having this is minus k t square upon k times of del upon del t. This is A upon t here. So if you just solve it, k is going to be cancelled, and you have this value of internal energy. It is minus t square del upon del t times of this A upon t. You are just aware of this factor. You are knowing this Helmholtz free energy we have earlier calculated the value of this Helmholtz energy, and if you just differentiate with respect to del T, you will just get the internal energy. And what is that? Again it will come out to be U is equals to 3 by 2 NKT. And what is that? This is the energy for classical ideal gas. ठीक? That is okay. This U is equals to 3 by 2 NKT. This is the energy for internal energy for the classical ideal gas here. So we can also prove it. You are aware of that. This A is what? E minus Ts here. If we just substitute the values, we are calculating energy. So we can write E is equals to A plus this Ts. You are aware of this. You are having the value of Helmholtz energy. You are having the values of S. We have already calculated. If you just see in this, we have the values of this S here. Now, if you just substitute the values of in this equation, the values of Helmholtz energy and the entropy, you are having this result as well. This internal energy is 3 by 2 NKT, and it is correctly matching with the classical ideal gas. We are approaching with the partition function for the classical ideal gas, and we are having the same result as it is valid for the energy of classical ideal gas, and it is coming out to 3 by 2 NKT here. So in some of the question it is asked that just establish a relation which connecting the chemical potential mu with the number of particles, and this gives free energy. So if we just having in some of the question it is asked that prove this relation G is equals to mu times of N. So what you will have, this G is A plus PV, you know that this is gives free energy and Helmholtz energy, and it is here PV. You are aware of this. We are already knowing this values of A, and this is written here. We have already used so many times in this lecture. This is the Helmholtz energy, and this is the equation of state. We have also derived this is coming out to be NKT upon V, or simply you will have this is the equation of state for the classical ideal gas, PV equals to NKT. What you will have to do? Substitute the values of this A and P in this equation G. Now, if we just substitute these values, you are left with this is here NKT times of this ln of this N upon V H square upon 2 pi MKT raised to the power 3 by 2. This is minus 1 plus 1. It is going to cancel, and we are left with minus. This is equals to NKT ln of this N upon V times of this H square upon 2 pi MKT raised to the power 3 by 2. If we just see this, what is here? This is mu. From here, this KT, and inside the bracket it is here mu. I have written here this mu is KT times of this. What is here? From this is here mu. I have written here KT times of this ln N upon V H square upon 2 pi MKT raised to power 3 by 2. This is the value of our chemical potential. We have already derived the chemical potential in this lecture as well. This is the chemical potential, and it is the value. Now, if you just see this is G. This is equals to mu times of N. H, N is here already present. So, we will have this G is equals to mu times of N. So, we have proved the desired result, which is the connecting P. This is equals G is equals to mu times of N. This is the desired result as we will have here. So, in this consequence, you can partition function for classical ideal gas we have calculated. On the partition function, we are having the thermodynamical properties that a classical ideal gas possesses, like you just see the entropy or the pressure or the equation of state, and one basic thing, that is the energy. Energy is, if you just see this is coming out to be 3 by 2 NKT, which is in agreement with the classical ideal gas, monatomic ideal gas energy. This comes out to be 3 by 2 NKT. So our all the results which were calculated by taking into consideration the partition function of canonical ensemble, they were all in agreement with the results, or you can just say they are perfectly matched with the results of the classical ideal gas. So in this case, we have discussed the properties of the classical ideal gas in this video or lecture, we have all discussed with the help of the partition function. So thank you all. Thank you for watching, and we will have certain more examples or more applications in the upcoming lecture. So thank you for watching.